Hello and welcome back to the New Creative. This is lesson 2, looking at Lightbox photography. Here we focus on levels of translucency and how objects can be arranged and layered to achieve a variety of imagery. By using thoughtful camera angles, everyday objects can be transformed into the abstract, enjoying the line, surface detail and depth of an image. So get comfortable with the objects first. Have a go at arranging them on the Lightbox in different compositions. What items fit well together? How does the backlighting affect the object? This is a freestyle activity with no right or wrong result. The purpose is to increase our understanding of material and the theme of translucency. At this point, it's useful to use a bird's eye view as a camera angle for capturing your compositions. Hold the camera directly above the Lightbox, looking down at the objects. After some time arranging the objects into different compositions, it's time to focus in on the details. Move the camera closer to different sections of the objects. Fill your camera frame with just the ends of an object, for example. How does that affect the way you recognize an object? Use the distance between the camera and the object to alter the way the object is seen. Play around with how two objects meet on the Lightbox surface. Are they touching? Is there a lot of space between them? You can create a sense of tension or feeling of order through the way you capture your objects. Take lots of pictures here. Move the camera over different sections and rotate the camera. Rather than just a bird's eye view as a camera angle, try moving the camera to a side-on view so that you start to focus on the cross-section of the object as it connects with the Lightbox surface. This will create depth and intrigue to your imagery as the eye is drawn into the details. You might choose to use the macro setting on your camera if available, and this is the little flower icon that might be found on your camera menu. This will allow sharper focusing up close and provide a crisper, more high-res image. Now choose a favourite of your translucent objects from the group and, if possible, obtain a few of the same object so that you've got more choices for composition experiments. As you did with the group of translucent objects, experiment with ways to arrange the same object across the Lightbox surface. Here you will start to play with repetition. Find ways to layer the object on, over or around each other. Make patterns, stand them up or lay them down. Think about the horizontal and the vertical planes and see how this affects the photography. Move the camera as before, close into the objects. Rotate the camera to get multiple angles as well as a side-on view and your bird's eye view. Notice how slight changes in the camera angle can transform the whole image. The lines might blur or overlap differently. You're starting to gather a wealth of new imagery from a small starting point. You could call this practice still life photography. It's a great way to explore depth of field, and this means you're looking at the distance between the near and the far objects in the camera vision. The camera may focus just on the near part of the object and go blurry on the far part of the object, and this can create real interest in your image. As long as there is some part of the image in focus, you will achieve really unusual, striking results. Your objects will be as if suspended in space. If you have a digital SLR, try switching to manual focus mode if you've been on automatic. And this will allow you to control which part of the near or far object will be in focus, getting even more variety in your imagery. Time to recap on this lesson. There's no set amount of time to spend on this lesson, but aim for about 2 or 3 minutes per section that we've just been talking about. And here's a reminder of what to explore on the Lightbox with the translucent objects. Experiment with different groupings of the objects with the bird's eye view. Focus in on sections of the group, find the details with the bird's eye view. Try different camera angles, including a side-on view. Select one type of object and then ideally have multiples of the same object to compose on the Lightbox. Experiment with how to arrange these objects. Use the horizontal and the vertical planes. And lastly, rotate the camera angle and experiment with different depths of fields.